What's good, world family? It's your boy Unico Williams here with another episode of Keep It 99, because you know 99 is the closest you can get to 100. And on today's episode, because you know we like to nerd out on this one, we talk to sports, we do all that all day long. But I'll tell you what we're doing today. We're going to discuss Invincible, the season finale. What y'all think? We gets into it. Yasuke, Black Samurai, how can you go wrong? Oh, we got a Jake Paul may have signed with OVO. We don't know, but we'll talk about that. Logan Paul versus Mayweather is going down. Marvel woke up today and decided that they was gonna drop it all on us. Yeah, of course, we gonna let y'all know what we watch. So before we get into it, I gotta say, what's going on, late Alpha?
It's your boy La Alpha Zelmae. What's up, Alphas? You know this week's been crazy. Let's talk about it.
Man, I'm excited because like this day, we record this on Mondays. On this day, we ain't marching for peace. We ain't mad at the police for doing nothing. We actually get to just talk about the things we like to talk about because we never get to just sit and talk about it. We got to enjoy some entertainment. Okay, do you hear me?
They heard Sam's speech. It healed the
That
world.
might have been it. I think they heard. We talked about that last week. Shout out to Falcon and Winter Soldier. And how they wrapped that up. Go back and listen to that episode last week because we wrapped it up very nicely for you in a nice little beautiful package. But let's get it started. My main man, Mark, aka Invincible, aka less than Invincible, aka I got it handed to me every single week for 8 weeks in a row. Man, what you think about this finale? Because I gotta say, it's one of the hottest shows this year.
First off, I want to thank the Queen Amber herself. She was amazing because, you know, black women can never be problematic. They can never be problematic because black women are wonderful. Even when they scapegoat and use other black women and ruin their lives in other ways on social medias and Twitch and stop them from getting opportunity. And then you tell me not to say anything about it, but I appreciate them anyway. I appreciate it because she can't do no wrong, even if she understood who Mark was and knew he got beat almost to death, and she still did no wrong because it's Mark's fault. Of course, it's Mark's fault. He just tried to save the world. You know what I mean? And then he has problems. His daddy is a serial psychopath, and so I just wanted to start the show with, we're gonna get into it a little more, but I want to shout out to Amber, the best character on the show. She was definitely not annoying, and she was not unreasonable because you can't say anything about black women in general or black women because you're hurting the cause.
For 7 weeks, he said the exact opposite of what he just spit out to y'all, guys.
What?
I just want y'all to know that Zelmae, Lay Alpha, Mr. Keep Stomping himself. For 7 weeks, he has lambasted Amber.
Bro, black women can't do wrong. It's impossible. They can't gaslight you. I might even be accused of gaslighting now, and I deserve to be canceled because I even sound sarcastic talking about black women. I am problematic. I need to be canceled in me.
You see, you got that red cup. Absolutely. What? But other than that, how did you feel about as a whole? If we take our queen out of this, how did you feel about, like, let's wrap the series up based off of that finale? What do you think?
Oh, without Amber, the show is amazing. They probably go up to a 10, but
Amber, the show is amazing.
But you know what I'm saying? It gave you gore, gave you that it gave you everything you probably wanted. Realism in a superhero show. Like, if the dude punch you, it's gonna hurt. Omni-Man is sick. The crazy thing is, if you read the comic book, you know he's probably the sickest person on the show. He's probably the third sickest in his family. But
it gets worse than Omni-Man. I just want to let y'all know now. This show is all about spoilers, by the way. So yeah, so we got the markers, so you can skip past if you need to the next topic. Absolutely, Omni-Man. It gets worse than that, if you can believe.
Yeah. If you don't want to listen to this, skip 10 seconds above, because Anissa, Conquest, Thread, those are some sick. Anissa's sick. Poor Mark.
Oh, it gets
it's
sick.
Mark's fault. You know you can't say nothing about women. It's Mark's fault. That what happened to him.
We'll save that for what we expect to see in season 2. That might be a season 3 thing. What you think?
That might be season 4. That's after Conquest. That's after.
We're gonna see.
Yeah, I think that's after Conquest. I don't think Conquest coming season. But now y'all
just know that one day.
Now
go ahead.
You can watch now. You're good. I'm not saying no more names that you should not know.
All I'm going to say is that one day Mark will have a child. It's up to you to figure out.
And it's Mark's fault because men are bad. Fault. Men are trash. You know what I'm saying? It's Mark's fault what happened to him. How dare he let that happen?
I can just see all the cancel culture right now. Just
yo, bro.
Right now.
I told him on Twitter, being fake nice don't help, bro. That's all I said. I'm trying to help the culture.
My whole thing with this finale, with this series, yes, I love the realism. These are things that happen. I enjoyed that part of the show, but to end it, they built all this up. If you ever look at the beginning title of Invincible, it progressively gets bloodier and bloodier and bloodier each time. And I don't know why it wasn't completely bloodshot red at the end of this one, because oh my God, I will never look at a Subway the same. I don't even think I want to go to Subway to get a sandwich, because it's just going to give me PTSD from what happened in that Subway. Now, for those that don't know, Omni-Man took Mark. They got into a little dispute. He held Mark in front of a sub.
That boy. He whooped his son for the first time.
He whooped his son like no other beatdown, while giving him Viltrumite History Month facts, while teaching him the history of his people, while slaughtering people in Chicago. Not to mention using his own son, held him in front of a train. And I guess Mark is somewhat invincible, because he was able to stand in front of a train, let the whole thing go past him, and while he's blocking stuff from hitting him, people's body parts are coming off.
How strong he is, his body. I always wondered, like, if a train hits Superman, everybody's gonna end. Like, I don't even think you could just stop it. Like, you know how they stop it? No, the train will go. You will go through the train. That's what would happen.
Go through the train.
Like, you are not finna just grab a train and stop it. Like, no, you are too strong. It ain't like the perfect strength, unless you, for some reason, like Goku, who can perfectly destroy a planet with one ki blast, but all of a sudden, you know, I can hold back enough to not destroy the planet, even though I'm fighting somebody way stronger than me.
Yeah, we see that a lot in Dragon Ball Z. We know that every ki blast after a certain point could destroy the Earth, but for whatever reason, he could just shoot them all.
Bro, Super Saiyan God, they punched Beerus and the universe shook. So they got strong.
That was probably the most realistic Dragon Ball has ever gotten.
And they got stronger, and then they fighting on planet like it's normal. I'm like, okay, but
like that's literally the only time that Dragon Ball has ever been like, okay, let's take this Super Saiyan God stuff serious. Like, if y'all keep fighting the universe, that's the first time they respected the power scale. That's the first time they respected it.
But this show does a great job of that, by the way. It actually shows you, like, it shows you how, like, yo, if Superman really punched somebody, it's not gonna be
this is what will happen.
Yeah, it's not gonna be it ain't gonna be too nice, you know what I mean?
But you know, I enjoyed the last part of it, except for it didn't make no sense, because this dude just left the planet after he just thrashed probably the strongest person on the planet. After he just thrashed him, left, and he's like, well, my priority is to go finish high school. While they're showing all of his other enemies that he's faced in the season, like even the people that
literally
age too
Mark's
fast.
fault. Literally, it's Mark's fault.
That's fair.
Especially
even
Mars.
the people that,
especially Mars. Mars is 100% his fault.
Oh, don't even get me on the Mars arc. I mean, he didn't stop anything.
He caused
He
it.
literally stopped nothing.
He caused it.
Pretty much.
And then y'all will find a little spoiler. They kind of showed a little bit of, but y'all don't know what it is yet. A little spoiler with the robot people from the guy from college.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
We know that Mark had a problem with just one.
Yeah. And he's not normal.
It's an army now, y'all.
It's gonna be another version of him. An alternate reality version. No spoiler stuff.
And then Omni-Man fought 3 of them, right?
Omni-Man fought a whole army of them, and he was getting.
But I'm saying, like, for this season, he fought just like
he fought
like three or 4 of them.
Yeah, 3 of them.
And they kind of gave him a problem, and then he was done. Then he was like, all right, for real now.
I'm tired of this.
All right.
Just start ripping them apart. This season was amazing, though. The action was amazing.
It was great.
The story was good. Adam and Eve held Mark down. You know what I'm saying? Mark got beat up every episode.
Absolutely.
So that's good.
Absolutely.
And I like the way.
And this was his worst beatdown. This was his worst beatdown.
Oh, he got beat. He beat him to sleep. And he was like, yo, shout out to Mark, though. He's manned up and he probably saved Earth, honestly. He did. All he do was like, he was getting beat down. He's like, what's wrong with you, Mark? He's like, I'm going to stop you. And Mark, they're like, Dad, I finally did it. And he might be strong, and then left.
That's the first time. I think that Omni-Man might be partially black because that's the first time I actually saw somebody say, I'm gonna whoop you until I'm tired of whooping you. And he literally whooped him until he was tired. He turned over and said, Mark, what the hell is wrong with you? I still gotta keep whooping your ass. The man's chin is split.
Yo, Mark, Mark, have you learned yet, Mark? Yo, I like the Batman meme they making with Jason Todd about that. When they changed Omni-Man to Batman, and he was like, it's against my code, Jason, to kill Joker. And Jason got the thing through him that happened in the Red Hood movie.
Slide that in here for the people. Slide that panel in here for the people, man. Slide that in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find it on Twitter. We're gonna try to put it in here for y'all to see. Well, I don't think it's too graphic, but YouTube be good.
Man, so any final thoughts on Invincible before we move on to the next thing that we're supposed to be praising because it's black, man.
Yeah, support. No matter if it's problematic or not. You gotta support. Even if the movie is terrible, you have to say it's great. So come on.
Yasuke just came out on Netflix this past Friday. It's a story of the first and maybe only black samurai. This is true. This is a true story that is based off of. But it's a black samurai, and it's just talking about how it was the remake of Eddie Murphy's Golden Child. So with that being said, but it was in Japan. But with that being said, I could do without the Gundams. Zelmae, your thoughts, man?
Oh, it reminded me of the show animation. Shout out to Mappa for the animation. The director, you kind of made the show weird.
Absolutely. Beautiful.
Beautiful animation. So I got to shout out Mappa. I got a high school story was terrible, but they killed the animation. That's the only reason people watched it, because the fights were so cool.
Facts.
Jujutsu Kaisen, amazing looking. People had a problem with Attack on Titan. It got better toward the end this year. The first few episodes were a little rough, but it got at the end. It was so far at the end. We looking at the end, it looked killer. But we see they got a lot on their plate, so I guess they like we gonna sacrifice these episodes because we gotta do this Yasuke. But the show looked beautiful. Didn't see no descriptions and animation and all that. It was a lot. They did a lot of cool stuff.
Yep.
But it was silly, especially after episode 3.
Yep. Yep.
Even before that, I was okay. I hated the robot, but it was the only thing weird. The robot was the only thing weird at first. You're like, okay, this don't fit. Everything else fits, but this one robot don't. Then all of a sudden you start being like, okay, now you got 50 Gundams. A whole army of them that just going around shooting. Okay.
Then they decided to throw in about giant demon spider people. What?
And they go to the anchor plane now. They doing spiritual plane fighting. I'm like, okay.
Man, if I would flag this if I was an English teacher. I would flag this for plagiarism because I'm like, we got Avatar out here. Because at the end, they made a team Avatar. It was like, yeah, all your old enemies, they about to be your homies now. And I was like, what? How do you make that connection in 30-minute episodes? And that was like at the end of the series, it was like, yeah, we gonna rock with y'all.
Yeah, they doubled the pay, dog. I don't know if it was worth it because only one person survived. Spoiler, but one person survived. So I don't know if I guess the black man got rich by himself. Yeah, like he forgot his homies died too.
He was chilling the whole he was
celebrating with gold, dog. He was like, yo, I'm like, is he gonna be sad? He just lost everybody he traveled with for like a year or so.
His best line was, you a samurai? Yeah, you knew he was a samurai from the minute you met him.
He's like, I ain't never seen that before.
I just feel like, I don't know what it was, but I feel like they rushed. The pacing was just it was too rushed. Because I think
it's like 6 30-minute episodes is going to be rushed.
It was rushed. And y'all, like, they gave us a climax. Zelmae, they gave us a climax. At like episode, like, by the end of episode 3, it was like the climax. And then like the rest of it was like everything that's happening. Like the rest of it was the plateau.
The first three, three episodes were good. He found a demon dude, and that got weird. Demon tentacle monster, but I'm like, okay.
Never saw him again after that. You would think after giving him half of the season that he would like at least come back and try again. Nope.
Oh, he gone. They made sure he was gone.
Choke that man and put a cross through him.
But
with the golden child's new powers. Go ahead.
And they hyped up the main villain midway. We didn't even know who she was till midway through, and then they just barely showed her, and then it was a whole war. And I'm like, they could have added the old war that they showed at the beginning and showed how it played out and showed how she affected it. Then you care about the villain no more. I'm like, why do I care about you? Why do I care? What are you doing? Why should I care? You just showed up because the little girl showed power and then it was over with for you.
That was it.
Yes.
That was, and then it was some dude just hanging, half a body, like his torso is gone. He's just hanging. And he's like, yeah, we gonna get y'all. And I got this spider lady that's gonna do stuff and she's with the old ways. And then they're trying to throw it, and then they tried to squeeze in different philosophies too. Like there's like the old ways versus the new ways, and now we changing. And it was just too much for 6 30-minute episodes. What is this?
Way too much. It was.
If you had multiple 20, 23, 24 episode seasons, if you came at it like Avatar, you might be able to actually get this story off because there were elements that worked. But you can't just drop stuff in here and then like half-ass explain it. Like, the fake the fake the back in the day Empress. Yeah, she don't like none of this. Episode 4. What?
She's a Spider Woman too. I was hoping she would be a witch. Have a Spider Woman witch.
Oh, what about the cliche? I have to figure out what's really going on. I'm blinded. I'm not seeing reality. The person I'm supposed to save, I'm trying to kill. They just had to throw that cliche in there too, didn't they?
Hey man, sometimes it make it dramatic, even though you knew it wasn't gonna happen.
The silliest 7 minutes of my life. I'm a stab you, but your powers is keeping me from. Oh my god!
I still want to understand. They never understand. Is she like? Is the little girl God basically? She just brought our dead man back to life.
They never. It is more like her. They were shuffling cards with powers.
No, they wouldn't even like her. I don't think they could do that. She literally brought a man back to. I'm like, are y'all gonna explain what she did? And is he not gonna be confused? Like, I know I died. I know what did you do? And she just went on like it's normal. Then he said something weird at the end, like he Batman. When the diocese was like, "End me now. I don't want to stay in this plane no more." I'm like, I thought you wanted to stay in this plane. They're like, I'm gonna let the people you hurt end you. I'm like, they're gone. And the only person that she hurt that would have been alive is a monk. He don't want her. Who's gonna go in there? Just random people. They ain't gonna show what happened to her. Is she coming back next season because she's a joker? Because he's like, I'm gonna let somebody else end you. The people you hurt. There's no one left. She literally just killed everyone.
I gotta say, man, shout out to them. I think that because I think there's enough smart people. So I think there's enough smart people on the staff to say, yeah, we did rush it. And I think they knew that before they put it out there, but there's like Netflix said have it done by then or we ain't getting it back. So we gotta have it done. And I think they did for if they were tasked with this 30-minute thing, just maybe it's a one-time shot thing. Okay. If they have plans to build on this, we'll give them another chance, I think. How about you?
Yeah, we'll give them another chance. Again, shout out Lone Ranger for being Native American and in his story rewritten that the Native American is the sidekick. I'm problematic.
I'm not mad at you for it though. I'm not mad at you.
Yo, shout out to the Native Americans. Give them a Lone Ranger. And not Johnny Depp, even though I like Johnny Depp in that movie. I did like Johnny Depp in that movie. But still, y'all know what he is.
Man,
I guess
some woman had to go and do a deposition about how she wasn't assaulting him. We got all the love for Johnny Depp right now.
Yeah, man. She admitted she did it and laughed about it. I'm like, he got issues though, but a lot of people got issues. He a drunk and he like to gamble up. But we all got problems. Who y'all the judge? Leave him alone, bro.
Yeah, Michael Jordan. So with that being said, next topic. I gotta ask you. So they made it official. Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. Now you know we have talked a lot about boxing throughout the time of us knowing each other. Throughout the time of us putting these shows out, we love boxing. Is that right? We love boxing.
You do. Shout out to Pearl's Boxing Gym.
What do you think of this?
And Floyd trying to get that back.
How much of a bag is he about to get from this?
50 to 100. He wouldn't do it with a list. He wouldn't do it for he said it on shout out to them boys. What show was that? Gilly the Kid. I forgot what they put. Was it $1 million worth of game? Shout out to them. Floyd was on there. He said, I can do $35 million with any boxer, or I can go get 50 to 100 million with this YouTuber. And we can just go around and have fun. You know what he said? He said, have fun.
Floyd can walk into my house right now and say, I'm about to go in that ring and bull jive. I'm still going to buy it or find a way to steal it. One of the two, but I'm still going to watch it. They're going to get the view at least.
Oh, yeah, they don't get the views. I want to see. I want
to see Floyd. It's just like if Michael Jordan comes out of retirement and says, no, I'm going one-on-one with such and such.
We bought Mike Tyson?
I pay to watch it.
Pay for Mike Tyson?
We paid for Mike. We paid for Mike Tyson. We paid for Mike Tyson.
We watched Jake Paul put Nate Robinson button there. Ain't seen Nate since, dog. Pray for Nate, bro. Prayers to Nate. He gonna
We got him. We've been had him lifted up in prayers. I think
we
we
gonna
got
see
him
him
lifted up so
soon.
much. I think we got him lifted up so much. I think he's 6'6" now.
Yeah, man, he back up there. He dunking again, bro. I know he about to make his return to the NBA. He lost 20 years off his life. You know what I mean? He went down. He's about
Yes, he did.
He's about 21 years old now. You know what I'm
He
saying?
started smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, man. It's over. He healthy now. He got a family. You know what I mean? Everybody taking care of. He living a good life. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get a TV show soon. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. I know
He
Ben
might get a
Askren
30
is.
for 30. He might get a 30 for 30.
I know Ben Askren living good. That man was smiling there all day. That's like Floyd gonna be smiling when he get that $100 check. Cause I know Showtime is, from what I'm hearing, the rumors is Showtime already done made bag off the priest sales, dog.
What? So we pay $60 to watch this stuff, right?
Hopefully they have good fights on underneath. Not like
How much are they really grossing? How much are they really grossing off of these events?
Jake
I haven't
Paul.
looked at the numbers.
Jake Paul had 1.5 million reportedly. I do not know if that's true or not. Dana White said it ain't. I don't know why they lie about it, but Triller might make some. I don't know. So they had 1.5 million, $50 a pop. What that is, about 60-something, $65 million.
It's all money. But to get Floyd, you're telling me Floyd is going to draw you more than $150 million. I know that's what he wants to take home, right? Take home $100 million. You want to make money. You make that $100 million to pay him,
They in Miami, bro.
and profit.
They going 70 million strong. They going in the whole arena. They having people in the building. They already announced it, so that's gonna be
So pay-per-view buys in them seats and all that. You think that's gonna make enough money to not only pay Floyd, but for the whole event and for them to say that we made money?
Sponsors and all that, of course. They already got sponsors. They were supposed to fight in February. From what I heard from business people, it sold out instantly. Floyd said, "Oh, I thought I was just gonna get 30 million, 20 million quick. I can make a lot more than that." He showed the number to Showtime. This allegedly now. Showtime said, "We got you." Floyd guaranteeing his bag. I don't know what Logan getting. Logan might just get $1 million, but that's another $1 million and a chance to do something historic. That is gonna happen, but if you knock out Floyd Mayweather, you a legend on the internet. That's it. That's it. You a legend.
I cannot see Floyd Mayweather after all the fights that he's been in, all the legends that he's fought with. I mean, we can't disrespect Oscar De La Hoya or Manny Pacquiao with saying that this Paul boy won. I can't. I won't allow it. I won't allow it. I will go to Miami myself and be like, "Get your ass up, Floyd. Get up. Get up." Canelo, all those great boxers he's been
The
against
only
in all
Canelo
these years.
ever had. By the way, I see people saying he should fight Canelo again. I'm like, Floyd has been retired for 5 years, dog. Y'all talking about he fought Conor? He fought Conor in 2018. That was a retired fight. He was retired for 2 years before that. He's been retired for 5 years. Those are all exhibition fights. Those are not legit fights. He went and fought the kickboxing kid and made $50 million over there in, where was that at? I don't want to say the wrong country, but in Asia over there, he fought the kickboxing kid.
I thought it was Japan. I thought it was too.
I just don't want to say where it was, but the kickboxing legend over there.
Fact checkers, y'all. Fact checkers.
Yes, the kickboxing legend. He went and made $50 million off him. Those are all fun fights to do just to make a bet. Floyd is retired. That's why he ain't fighting a real boxer. Oh, why? I'm retired. Why would I fight a real boxer? I'm only doing this for, as he said, on $1 million worth of games. Shout out to them. I'm only doing this for fun and a bet. It's nothing serious. I see people talking like, "Oh my God, why ain't you taking on somebody seriously?" I'm like, why would I take on somebody serious? I'm retired.
Like, because it just feels like just yesterday we saw Floyd Mayweather fight as a good boxer. It feels like it was just yesterday, but people are forgetting. Floyd is getting up there.
Floyd
Floyd is
41,
getting up
dog.
there.
And he's been fighting since Olympics, like it's 17, 16, 18, whatever.
That's almost that's more than a 20-year career of just fighting. Not to mention his youth. Like, come on, man. Floyd is chilling. I imagine Floyd Mayweather is doing what I think LeBron would do if he's playing in the NBA at 40 years old. He's just gonna sit back, chill, give y'all 20 a night, a cute little pass every now and then, maybe a dunk, get his bag, and tell Bronny that he ran the wrong play. That's about it.
Yeah, man. Floyd retired, man. I need to. I see Stephen A. Smith or somebody like a boxer should earn the right to fight Floyd Mayweather. Y'all talking like Floyd's still fighting professionally. He hasn't fought a pro in 5 years. Thunder is not a pro.
In the old days, absolutely. In the old days of boxing, you got to earn the right to fight Floyd. It ain't like that no more. We gonna box. We're gonna do this pay-per-view and get that bread and be done with it.
And by the way, we gotta discuss this before we talk about the next thing. Canelo said it's good for boxing. He see no problem with it. You know why? Canelo sells. You know who else said he don't care about it? Tyson Fury. He said it's good for boxing, getting young people in there. Tyson Fury saw his last fight get more young people in it. It sells. I'm not uncomfortable with a YouTuber because I can outsell a YouTuber. I don't know if I can sell a YouTuber and Floyd, but I can outsell a YouTuber. Mm-hmm. So I'm not threatened by their existence. A lot of people feel like they're taking my spot. Well, figure out how to sell. I seen a whole arena of 15,000 people yelling, F Jake Paul. No, if y'all walk in an arena, most of y'all that box, y'all walk in the arena, I got a question for you. How many people would know who you are? Not just yell your name. Know who you are. And that's the problem you need to look at.
It's only a handful.
That's what I'm saying.
It's only a handful of boxers that people look for. Even outside of the pay-per-view ring. Let's think about from Friday Night Fights thing that ESPN used to do all the time. They don't even have to do that. But every now and then you still get some of those good boxing matches. Still ESPN will throw it on there every now and then randomly. You won't on there. But it's only a handful of people that can put their name on the marquee and go for it.
And think about the different levels I'm talking to you about. I said go in an arena and people know you. He had a whole arena chanting his name, even though it's a heel thing. They chanted his name at an amazing UFC event. Even Dana can't deny that. Your whole crowd at your event yelled his name. By the way, Jake Paul said Dana let him in the building. So Dana know what he doing too. Let's not pretend.
Absolutely. Dana's smart. And I think at the end of the day, Dana might have took them behind the scenes a couple of times and have one of those big business meetings, like a Vince McMahon type meeting, and say, hey, we're going to take this serious for what?
Yeah.
Y'all need to know how we're going to do this. Are y'all just YouTube stars, or are you going to get into this sport and do what you're doing here, and we'll get you trained up and you can do it? What you think? Because Dana got the power. He got the power and the money to get the best in the world to get these dudes to actually fight competitive. Like, they're not too far off from professional.
Yeah. And the problem with that is Dana White UFC fighters have to go through Dana White to get a fight, even if it's boxing, because Jake Paul is not allowed to negotiate with a UFC fighter. That is a law that said you cannot mess with another person's contract while they're under contract. Meaning a UFC fighter, if Jake Paul's sending them contracts, that is illegal. So he is not allowed to do that. Therefore, that's why Dana White hinted that he'll send his lawyers to him, probably because Jake might was sending fighters contracts behind his back. Not because Dana cared. Dana like, hey, you gotta pay me first. Just like Conor did with Mayweather, Dana got a bag off that. People said it wouldn't happen either.
Just sure did.
Y'all remember for years, like, I'm not letting Conor box for like 2 years, and then they got it. That started in like 2017, 2016. They finally had in 2018 because Dana wanted his money. You got to pay me. I feel you though, Dana.
You gotta always always pay Baby. You gotta pay Baby and Ronald Slim from Cash Money. You gotta pay Master P from from No Limit. You gotta pay them. Speaking of the Pauls, they're trying to say that Jake Paul is signing to OVO. Now y'all know OVO. That's Drake and them. What have you heard about this? What have you heard about this?
What I've heard is the rumor is Jake Paul has been in contact with Drake. I know he has from the Logan Paul Impulsive podcast. Shout out to that podcast too. We want to shout out all the podcasts. And where Jake Paul said Drake hit me up and like, you are mad. No, Drake like to speak other languages. So he not like, hey man, your fight was mad. I'm like, bro. But that's another subject on Drake. But from that, they said Drake, the rumor is from the Bread Batch, shout out to Bread Batch, that Jake Paul and OVO have been in talks. I don't know if it's under management. I don't think it's music because he really don't make music, but it'd be under management. Drake might say he see a cash cow that boxing sees. Like, I'm finna cash in on these Paul boys because they are hot right now.
I can see how that would make sense. Like, in a world where we can sign people to 2 or 3 year deals and stuff like that, I don't see why not. Get them while they're hot.
What I'm saying, man. So, OVO might have found their new act going on. Gonna be on Triller some more. We're gonna see some more coked up Oscar De La Hoya. some Pete Davidson dissing the fighters to their face, then running to the other fighters and dissing them after apologizing for dissing them. I don't know what's going on. That show was terrible. You get to see Saweetie badly lip sync. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I apologize. Saweetie did nothing wrong. She should be able to lip sync without somebody judging her.
Get back on track, please.
Yes. She should be able to lip sync without a black man judging her. I apologize, counsel me right now. I deserve to be counseled.
Also for our listeners out there and our viewers, we want y'all to know that there will be a 99 keep it 99 Oscar / some kind of award show. I'll be clever another day, but there's going to be an award show amongst the 4 of us about a whole bunch of different categories, such as who got canceled the most, who should be the most canceled.
I might should win that.
The 99, like it's just gonna be a trophy, and it's just gonna have 99 on there with the different titles on, like at the plate. So
no, I'll take that back. Me and Unico might be canceled the most, and West probably should be. Y'all think I'm problematic? Wait till my boy. Wait till I get. I'm like this now, so you know he gonna be in the bag when we together. Man, being nice don't help nobody.
It's gonna be a red carpet event. Everybody's invited. It'll be who should be the most canceled, all the type of stuff. But we gonna try our best to keep it 99 because we can't keep it 100 all the time, but we can definitely keep it 99.
And Bree gonna win every award because she deserves it, and we are thick men who don't deserve nothing. Say, we deserve to be canceled. How down.
Absolutely.
Bree does deserve a lot of rewards, by the way. Sarcastic about that part. I was just right about something this week, and they told me not to do it and not make a video on it because it hurts black culture. And now I'm like, you know what? Y'all ain't telling me that stupid stuff no more. Sean King trash. Okay. Yeah. Sean King might sound over.
Say that one more time with conviction. Excuse me?
Sean King is trash. What they call him?
And that has been an ongoing thing on this show, on all of our shows. I think Sean King has even come up on our sports show. Sean King is trash, and here's why. One more time today, tell him. Give him another reason. We're keeping score. Actually, I have a blackboard over here, a whiteboard, and we're keeping track.
I don't even know what he did. I just want y'all to. Y'all just tell me not to say it. So I'm gonna say it. He didn't even do nothing this week.
Shout out to all the money that he's embezzled from charities. So with that being said,
allegedly,
yeah,
he ain't suing me. That man got that power. He got that white power. Bro.
I
That's that
apologize.
white privilege, and I'm not. I am
I want to
not.
say allegedly too, because he allegedly attacked a queen in our community, trying to say that these are lies and she's just trying to blase blah this. But she did her studies, and she allegedly found out that he allegedly is stealing money from all these charitable things that he's trying to do, and he's living great. And he allegedly even made a charity. There's nothing behind it, allegedly. Yeah. There's no tax paper, allegedly, behind any of it. But he got some bread and he's living good.
But shout out to Colory. He Black Lives Matter leader, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Y'all been making up lies on us talking about she bought her houses using Black Lives Matter money. She didn't at all. Y'all just liars, bro. What she did was she sold black trauma. Write your book, sweet. Write your book. Hey, bro, ain't nothing wrong writing books, bro. I'm finna do it too. What you mean?
Hey, how woke is YouTube? Is the people that run YouTube are super woke? Because I don't think we're gonna have a channel tomorrow.
Oh, I told them to put me on the black segment. What you mean? That white woman can't cancel me. I'm black. She on the edge right above her. Black women is above her. She right there. You know what I'm saying? Because they shout out to Susan.
This
bro.
is the third time I've walked off set in 24 hours, y'all. I just want y'all to know that.
Shout out to Jake Paul and OVO.
Yeah. Back to that. Yeah. Shout out to him. And so while we're here though, since you appear to be fighting for your social media life at this point, Mortal Kombat, what you think, man?
Oh man, it's a decent show, man. You know what I mean? I saw a lot of positives. So I look forward to the second. What I said last week. By the way, if you want to watch my full thoughts without the spoilers, we didn't do spoilers last week. But Sub-Zero was amazing. I like the horror feel he had. Every time he showed up, all you hear was, it's getting cold. That man like a horror movie. Like, you Michael Myers. I'm like, that is cool. That is so cool to do for Sub-Zero.
I do want to give a shout out to the fact that they said that Sonya Blade was chilling somewhere in a trailer in Gary, Indiana. So that was cool. Shout out to that. Shout out to Gary, Indiana, the home of Michael Jackson, the real home of Michael Jackson before he got all rich and stuff. So shout out to Joe Jackson. Shout out to Tito. Shout out to Jermaine. Shout out to the towels in the pool.
How dare you not say Janet? How dare you disrespect the queen? Janet is number one. She should have been the first thing you said. Oh, I'm not even. Matter of fact, I'm not even joking, but shout out to Janet for real. I love Janet Jackson.
Shout out to Mama Jackson. I can't think of her name right now. But shout out to Mama Jackson.
Shout out to LaToya. I had a crush on LaToya when I was young.
I did too. I thought she was the cute one.
But shout out to them for real though. I know some people I can't tell if I'm being sarcastic now, but I'm really saying shout out to them. Janet might be one of my favorite one of the whole, even slightly up there with Mike. So I'm being for real about that.
I just want to give Jermaine his flowers. He tried. Jermaine tried. And he tried. But see, the thing was, Michael Jackson was like that worldwide, while Jermaine was trying to come at the Luther Vandross crowd. Like he was like trying to fight with Luther Vandross and them. He was trying to fight with them.
Yo, what we gotta talk about?
They had a niche for that. Michael Jackson was worldwide.
We gotta talk about how problematic them old black men were. They keep coming at my neck too. I'm going to everybody. We gotta talk about y'all. Sam Cooke, y'all a wild boy. His friend wild. All y'all wild. I don't know. His best friend wild. Luther was wild. Like, bro, what?
If you are feeling attacked right now, you should. I want y'all to know that on this episode, if you are feeling attacked, you should.
Keep it 99.
We keep it 99 on this show. If you're feeling attacked,
I have attacked old black men too, so it's all even. It's all even. I'm even-handed, bro. Somebody got to talk about these problems. They told me. I told you. They told me being nice was gonna heal stuff.
Well, let's since we're here, let's talk about it. Since we're here, let's talk about it. Since we're at again, shout out to Mortal Kombat. It is what that is. Let's get to the real issues here. Older black man from the 70s that was supposed to be running stuff. Marvin Gaye. Yikes. Yikes.
Sam Cooke didn't even. I don't know why I text him. It was he did kind of do something, but then his best friend did worse. Yo, if my best friend did, that whole situation was. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up because YouTube might demonetize us for that. Everything I said, that's what I'm getting. We getting demonetized for. Trust me, we can't talk about that. That's some. What's
my man's name? Be for real. I can't think of his name, man. Who was Marvin Gaye shot his daddy, right? That was him, right?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. What was that? Yeah.
No, what's the other OG that used to sing them?
All of them do crazy stuff, bro. All the way up to R. Kelly.
Lenny Williams. He ain't do nothing, but he ain't just love that girl. I feel like it was something going on.
Bro, I'm just telling you, yo, we gotta talk about it.
Reverend Al Green used to whoop his kids, probably.
Hey, bro. Shout out to Kirk Franklin.
Kirk Franklin, the only one that was influenced by that era. To come out there and be like, yeah, I'll be cussing these kids out. I got problems with
man. You ain't gotta be perfect out in the world. Let that man be. Bro. People always trying to make you perfect, man. That's what this episode about. Ain't nobody perfect.
Teddy Pendergrass is what I was thinking about. Teddy
Teddy out here. Man, shout out to Aretha Franklin. Yeah.
She was holding down all them brothers while they was back there doing coke and shooting up. Aretha was the only one that said, I'm finna go on out here, y'all. And I'm gonna hand them. I've got this. Y'all sober up. I'll get them going.
All the nerds probably been like this whole episode, like, what's going on? I came here for comic book talk.
Man, they need to know about soul music.
Yeah, bro, we taught you a lot, bro, and how society works.
They was living anime type lives too, man. They was always fighting demons. Old black man fight demons.
So episode about Yasuke.
Yeah, this is what Teddy Pendergrass' life is what Yasuke should have been like in animated. That's what it should have been.
Yo, man, we just out here, bro. I want people on Twitter, man. We're having fun today, bro.
I gotta say though, Marvel just tried to hit us over the top of the head this morning.
They did.
I think that's what really got to this week being a good week. They dropped us with 2 years worth of material saying this is coming all the way up to 2023. What did you think? And what was the thing that stuck out to you the most? What are you most excited to see, Zelmae?
Okay, we doing positivity now. We got Shang-Chi. They showed us the Immortals.
We got it. Hey, we walked to this point so we could run.
Yeah, bro. I'm talking about we got the Eternals. That looked crazy good. Angelina Jolie with that photon sword that made out of nothing that she can make any weapon out of. That looked amazing. We saw Icarus and all them. We saw some of the characters. I'm excited. I wish we would have got to see the Black Knight, but hopefully we get a trailer soon. It is coming out in November, so hopefully we do get a trailer this month or next month, or maybe when Loki come out. I'm looking forward to Loki, but that's not what today is about. I love the setup to Black Panther. When even in the thing, he said Wakanda forever. That was kind of a way to story tell. Marvel good at that.
Very good.
They hinted at the name in the story. I like that. End of a little plot before it. They hit the name. Wakanda forever. So we got that. That's the title of the new Black Panther show. If they do it like
2022, right? Next year? Next summer?
July.
Yep.
If they do like the Dark Knight did in the Dark Knight, they'll kill it. Dark Knight wasn't even about Batman. The Dark Knight was about every other person in Gotham. From Joker,
pretty much.
Yeah, from Joker to Two-Face to to Detective Gordon and all those, everybody else. It was about everybody else accepting, and then Gordon at the end accepting Batman when he ran away and all that stuff. That whole movie about that. If they can do that with Wakanda and make me care about all those other characters going into the TV series, I don't know if the TV series is going to be after or before. I'm looking forward to that.
Can I ask you a question?
What's that?
When you saw this trailer this morning, and I immediately thought of you when I first saw mention of it, the Marvel dropping this. I said, I wonder if Zelmae is sitting there right now saying, I knew it. And can't wait to say, I told y'all. Tell me about that.
Which one?
All of it.
Oh,
you've been hitting at the Secret Wars.
That Secret Invasion going into Marvel. I'm telling y'all, bro. They done put this star-studded cast. You got Emilia Clarke. They some people saying rumor is she playing Sue Storm. That's a rumor. That's just something on Reddit that people came up with. Don't believe it. It would be awesome if she was in Secret Invasion. And that's the start of you doing it, because we did see a hint of Fantastic Four coming. See, we know Monica Rambeau. I'm assuming that she's gonna be in the Marvels. If you know anything about the story, she's the original female Captain Marvel after Captain Marvel. I don't know if he's coming back. That'd be weird to have him back. Hopefully we get Blue Marvel. That would be really cool for the Marvels. We already seen the costume of Miss Marvel. That was very comic book. That's probably the most comic book looking superhero suit I've seen. And I'm looking for, I got excited and I realized Marvel has made me care about characters I didn't care about as a child.
Absolutely.
The movies.
Absolutely.
It's characters that I cared about as a child in DC I do not care about. They trying to hint at Green Lantern. I didn't even watch the rumors of it. And I'm like, that's crazy. They got a Green Lantern movie and I'm like, eh.
Yeah, because he's on that Mount Rushmore of DC characters that's supposed to be. He never, until he was black, he didn't really hit home until I seen how cold he was in the Justice League animated series.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like, they gonna have an animated movie? That's how I think when I see DC. Bro, anytime Marvel announces anything, I see the internet go crazy. They can announce
Monica Rambeau. We didn't even know about Monica Rambeau. We didn't know about her. Like, unless you're a comic book fan,
yeah, like
but the way they put her on this pedestal,
know about it, but most people wouldn't.
But the way they put her on this pedestal, though, you like, yeah, I'm here. I'm front and center at the pedestal. I'm here for it. Yeah. Marvel tells good. Doctor Strange, he has an interesting dynamic, but you wasn't just like, I can't wait to go read Doctor Strange. Now we like, give us all that. We want all of it. Give us all Doctor Strange. We don't care.
This is how Marvel was, because DC was ahead of everything. You had Spider-Man, which is probably the most popular character, maybe overall. Him and Batman. They are the most popular two characters there is. I don't know. Don't ask me why they the two most popular characters. They always been,
because they're the most human. Yeah. They're the most human of all of them.
So Spider-Man and Batman. Next group would be
your Wonder Womans, your Supermans.
And you'll put Wolverine in there. Wolverine is up there. Him and Hulk. After you get past Spider-Man, Hulk, and Wolverine, it's the X-Men, and then everybody fall down. That's as a child. That's in the 90s. Everybody else, whoop. Once you get past the X-Men and Spider-Man, it was kind of like, the Hulk was cool. Because if anything the Hulk come on, you was hot for. Thor was on your radar, but you didn't. If it was just Thor, every time you watch Thor, if you don't believe me, go back to the early 2000s and 90s and tell me every movie Thor was in had the Hulk in it. You know why? Because it had to be the Hulk. The Hulk had to be there before it was the character, because it was cool to watch Thor fight the Hulk, and ain't nobody can really fight the Hulk except Thor. So it was fun to watch. Other than that, you didn't care if Thor had a show by himself. The numbers showed it. Now, people care about everybody.
Every single person. Every single person.
Monica Rambeau ain't never even had her own comic book, I don't think. And we hype it. Bro, we want to see Blue Marvel, dog. People looked up who Blue Marvel was and like, this dude cool. We want him in there. People want to see Spectrum, bro. The basically Marvel Superman.
Cloak and Dagger. We gave it a shot.
Yeah, we did. It was actually, that show was actually good. It just was on a channel that people didn't watch.
Exactly. That's
the
all.
Runaways is now on Disney Plus now, so it is now on Disney Plus. So go look at the Runaway. I love the Runaway. I didn't even know about the Runaways till I watched the show. Then I read a comic book after the first season because that's how good the show was. The first season.
And
don't help me.
And Loki. Loki is going to just make them so much money because he's got a cult following.
Oh yeah,
a cult following.
You adding the
Like
TVA?
people, they went to go see the Avengers just to see Loki scenes. Like that, like people are in love with Loki.
And that shout out to the actor too. He did amazing in that.
I'll give you that.
Did amazing.
I'll give you that.
76 is 17 points up on the Bulls. I know y'all don't care about that, but okay.
We have to throw that out there. Also, I turned my YouTube TV off. Can I get an update on the score for Golden State versus what's left of the New Orleans Pelicans?
Steph Curry is on fire, 95-80. For all my weebs out there that like sports, we just giving you that a little bit. Steph Curry has 36 points at the end of the third quarter. They up 15.
To all our nerds out there, there's some things in sports you should just kind of pay attention to. Steph Curry is one of them. I'm sorry. Like, you're into magic, right? You're into the impossible, right? Steph Curry does that.
Tom Hiddleston, shout out to him. So we see Owen Wilson going to be his Mobius. I'm looking forward to it. I love Owen Wilson work. I really do.
Such a wholesome guy. He don't mean no. He's unproblematic. Just a nice guy.
He underrated too. He's a very underrated actor. He's very cool.
And I'm gonna get on topic real quick before we get out of here, and I'm gonna give it to you. I just want to say this. Here's the breaking news that I have. We want to keep the Gates family lifted up in prayer. After 27 years of marriage, Bill Gates they're calling it quits. They came out with a joint statement, and him and his wife, Melinda, they both came out and they said that, in this stage of our life, we don't see ourselves still continuing to grow. So they're going to go their separate ways. Why is this important? It's just another rich guy that's getting divorced from his wife. No, let me tell you why it's important. Because as far as philanthropy goes and charitable acts, the Gates family has given up over $350 billion during their time together. I can't even sniff at $327 to give to somebody on a bad day. So with that being said, they did say that they are still going to work together with their foundation. They're still going to work together within that. So hopefully this divorce doesn't hurt their philanthropy ethics. Endeavors. But we could be looking at the highest divorce settlement of all time. We're talking the richest man in the world, essentially, divorcing his wife.
But Jeff Bezos, I doubt he.
Jeff Bezos is up there. And I think the biggest one before that was the BET owner and his wife thing.
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest divorce thing. Shout out to Dr. Dre and his estranged wife at this time. That might be a big one at some point. But with that being said, it's going to be big.
Yes.
What you got to take us out of here?
What I got to talk about some shows to watch. The Irregulars. Irregulars, a good show to watch. Sherlock Holmes, a bunch of kids. They go on a supernatural adventure, and it does suffer from Netflix tropes. They have the typical Netflix tropes where the dumb kid, where they act out of character to get to a plot point. I hate that writing, and they do that in this show. Other than that, it's a really interesting show. You might like it. That's a suggestion. Shadow and Bone is an amazing show by Netflix. Also, it does that to a much lesser degree. One of the dopest endings I've ever seen on a TV series and anything, because that ending was amazing. It kind of slow to start off, so you had to get into it. It's gonna be slow. You ain't gonna understand what end episode 2, you start understanding what's going on a little bit. You won't really know what's going on until episode 5. It's a quick watch, 8 episodes, all Netflix shows, 8 episodes, besides, of course, Yasuke. But
they couldn't even get 8 episodes, man.
Yeah, everybody 8 episodes, but that's a really good show. I'm gonna keep some. Go in the comments, list me some other shows. I know I'm watching Jupiter's Rising this week. It comes out Friday, I think, so I'm gonna be looking for that, and I'm gonna give y'all an update on that next week. I think we might need to talk about that, Joe. So Jupiter's Rising is real good. It's a movie, so it ain't gonna be like a whole series, so you ain't gotta binge it.
It's on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Okay.
I'm also gonna be watching Without Remorse, featuring Michael B. Jordan this weekend. So I'm looking forward to that. Well, this week. So it will be
Okay.
that.
I'm
What?
I'm on it too.
Yeah.
I'm on it too.
So we're gonna break that down next Tuesday. Those two shows we're gonna have breakdown. And I'm probably gonna watch some horror movies and stuff on there. It's a show on Hulu I gotta keep up on. List your shows in the comments that y'all like to watch, like and subscribe. And I'm done. I just want to tell them about some shows to watch.
I will be watching. I will be watching the Lakers at this point. That's my favorite show at this point. There's so much drama, and I know this is not the sports show, but this is entertainment. Remember when they was in the bubble last year, and it was just headline after headline, like people sneaking out to get delivered food, but they stepped like just a couple feet outside the little zone,
They did.
got kicked out the bubble. Cats was sneaking the COVID testers into their room, not allowed, got them out the bubble. So that's where I'm at right now. The Lakers are looking to be into the playoffs, the play-in thing. So that's my favorite show right now. But definitely. Oh, I'm rewatching Sailor Moon. I'm rewatching Sailor Moon right now during work. I'm listening to it in the background. I watched the first episode, right? And she's in the middle of her, like, they was like, hey, the cat comes up and she's like, hey, you're Sailor Moon. And in order for this pendant to work, you got to say this. She automatically goes into her whole transformation thing after her first time. Her first time doing it, she's spinning around, the ribbons is going around her, and she's standing in the mirror at the end of the day. Then her first enemy, they said, hey, you got this tiara, use it and throw it. And so she goes into this whole thing, preparing to throw it, and she throws it at the monster. How she knew how this worked, I don't know.
It's 90s anime, bro. That's how they do it.
Hey, Ronin Warriors, they just get into their armor out the gate. They never used it before, but they go into the super flashy scene. Like, that's not weird to y'all. That's not weird. Transformation sequences are not weird to anybody anymore.
Unicode, nothing is weird because it's our fault. Just remember that it's always our fault. If you're feeling bad right now and you're not a male, your fault. I salute y'all.
There's been another episode of Keep It 99, and nobody's kept it more than 99 today than Zelmae, aka Lay Alpha. Man, any last words for him, man?
Remember, men are trash. And women
but they gotta still keep doing what? They gotta still keep doing what?
Gotta keep stopping, because today of all day, you and a black queen might fall in love. That's what I'm hoping for myself. And that's me being serious, by the way. And remember, if that happened, you know something amazing happened.
Peace. I holla.